Good morning. How is everyone? You want to do what? Go for a walk? Well, all right, let's go. Before we get started, as is our little tradition, yesterday was Anna Maria Island, which I'm still in on that deal if the tourism department. But today, Land of Oz. Little t-shirt I picked up when Evelina and I went there last week. Really cool place. You guys should check that out too. Today I want to talk about relationships. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with multiple sclerosis, I don't think. But it's a realization I've come to in the last few weeks with some other issues going on in life and just, I guess, growing up at 47. Is that possible? Can you hit 47 years old and go, I think maybe it's time for me to grow up? Well, if that's possible, it happened. Now that I think about it, it does have something to do with multiple sclerosis. And I hadn't even thought about this angle before I thought of this video, but I had become very, very focused on myself over the last few years. I think with having MS and having doctor's appointments and medication schedules and all of the other things that go along with it and not feeling good and being really tired and fatigued all the time, it's easy to become focused on yourself. It's easy to become focused on your pain. And I came to a realization that I'm not going to do that anymore. One, I make these videos. And number two, I decided that Evelina, my wife, isn't going to get the leftovers of me, that she's going to get the better version of me. By that is I would go to work and give 110%, which is what I'll always do. I will always do my best. I take a lot of pride in what I do for a living. I take a lot of pride in making these videos, and I take a lot of pride in my blog. But between work and between things I like to do, like golf, and between those two and the blog and the videos and all of those others, I spent a number of years looking at all the things that were important to Danny and focusing on those, and maybe not focusing as much as I should on Evelina. And I came to the realization several weeks ago that if I'm being fair, I was giving 100% of myself in other areas, and then she was getting all of the leftovers of what was me at the end of the day. And I would be grumpy and tired and worn out, and that's what she got. That's the version of me that she got. And that is awful. And that changed in a moment when I said, I'm not doing that anymore. I am not coming home, and I'm not going to be grumpy Danny. I'm not going to be negative Danny. I'm not going to complain and gripe and raise my voice and show impatience and do all those things, because that's the leftovers of Danny. And it's almost embarrassing for me to admit it, but unless you admit something and move on and become a better version, then nothing changes. And my attitude in the last few weeks after I made the video about being less judgmental and negative, I'm really surprised at how much better I feel inside, how much better I feel about myself, how much happier I am. But here's the most important thing that I've discovered over the last probably 2 or 3 weeks, is for the first time in a long time, I have a lot of peace inside of me. I am a better person. I am judging less. I'm giving people the benefit of the doubt. I'm not automatically assuming that someone is an a-hole because they cut me off in traffic. And I feel so much better for it. I believe I'm becoming a better husband and a better friend to my wife. And ultimately, that's my goal. And every single day I tell her, everything that I do with you as my primary focus, And as your happiness is just as important as my happiness, and the way that you feel is just as important as the way that I feel. But number one, we are my priority, and everything inside the four walls of our house is exactly why I do everything. Another interesting thing that has happened during that, I have attached a lot less of my identity to what I do for a living. What I mean by that is, when I was a golf pro, I was Danny the golf pro. I've always attached my identity strongly to what it is that I do for a living, and success and all those other things. Now my view is that what I do for a living funds the dream life that I want to live with my wife. Going on trips and having fun dates and all of those things. I still give 150% at work. I love what I do. It's invigorating, it's exhilarating, it's challenging, it's fulfilling. It's everything that I could want. And I love helping people. I love doing these videos. But everything that I do outside of my house, it just simply adds to the value of my life in general. It's not the sole focus of my life. So that's what I got for you today. I hope the videos are helping you. If you are new, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Make sure to check out the blog at dreambigdreamoften.co. You can check me out on Facebook and Twitter and all those good things. Hope you have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there. I'll check you out later.